Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. And in this video, we are going to look at a full structural set. And I'm going to, as we're looking at the structural set, point you to the places in the specifications that you should go if that's your scope of work. So everything from structural steel to concrete, I'm going to navigate through the full set, and then I'm also going to navigate through the master format to show you where to go if that's your scope of work, because it's really important when you are completing the estimate. The specifications are important because it will have additional items for you to consider that may not necessarily be on the plans. And so the specifications are the written words, right, that go with the plans. And so it's like as if the architect, the pictures are only simply to help you make measurements, to take measurements. That's what the plans are for. They are there to scale, right? And the scale helps you accurately determine how many square feet of wall, how many square feet of flooring, whatever, how many linear feet of beam, columns, whatever. But the way you are supposed to do that stuff is in the specifications. And so you have to read that, take notes, and make sure you have a full understanding of the means and methods of how to do everything. And so we're going through the structural set, each of the sheets, to say, okay, and I give you the master format if you're a Patreon member, subscriber, or to our website. You get the master format, but here I'm going to show you how to do it. And two, if this is your trade, if this is what you do, take notes. You'll have it. You don't need to subscribe, but please do, because when you subscribe, I help you one-on-one, okay, which is great. And I've gotten a lot of comments, which is great. I just always try to be good, just to be a good example to my kids, and it's paid off. A lot of people I'm helping, and so that's what this is all about. So if that's something that interests you, hang tight. I'm going to take my face off, subscribe, like, and let's go through this full. And this is a hotel, so we've got a lot of good stuff to to go through as far as the specifications. So let's go through it. Grandma can't see. Let's go through it now. Okay, and so S1, that's our structural set. And so on here, if you're going through any structural set, they're gonna give you a whole bunch of words that kind of are the same things that are in the specifications, but go through the specifications. I'm going to show you how. Okay, and so the cover sheet, and so what's in the structural set? Somewhere in here we're going to find our foundation. And so what's involved in the foundation? So we're just going to go through, and also we have our master format. Okay, so what is the master format? Let me take this off. Okay, so what's the master format? It's the specifications written standard that they use to tell you most importantly, the three things. It helps to organize the data, right? So you're organizing all the data related to all of the trades. Everything in construction is given a number, and this is how they organize all of those numbers, because we can give you a set of construction documents, but in terms of things as simple as if you're the drywall contractor, how do they want you to place the drywall, vertically or horizontally? How do they want you to do this and that? And that's the sole purpose for the specifications, right? So it organizing data about construction requirements. So if you have to give them submittals, right? It's going to give you all the information, all the instructions on how to give the architect, engineer, the timelines, all of that stuff. Very important. It's in the specification. So, not to drag this out, but to say that you should know every one of the specification numbers related to your scope of work. Okay, and so that's what we're going to kind of go through in terms of the structural set. Okay, and so It's a 3-part number. Each of the parts have 2 digits, and they are, just like I always say in the medical field, every disease has a number. So when you get approved to get that disease treated, look through the Kaiser numbers, the data, everything has a number. In construction, everything has a number. And so we are going to go through the master format. Now, again, this is the master format, which means it has everything in construction, all the operations to date that have been considered, and the national standards, whatever. So every construction operation is in here. This is used worldwide, okay? And so this helps to organize construction data and procedures and material and all that worldwide, okay? So it's the national standard that we use. And so when it comes to your scope of work, you should know what series of numbers are related to your scope of work. And so that's what we're going to go through right now. Okay, so starts with 00000. All the zeros, okay, just paperwork. And so the title page, which is paperwork, has a number related to it. And so in terms of the specifications, okay, and so just keep that in mind. Everything in construction, all the way down to the paperwork, has a number related to it, to where this is, and I always say this is like a outline. So there's nothing written here because this isn't an actual project. This is the master format. So this is telling you everything in the outline, and if that heading or subheading applies to your project, then it will be in your specific set of specifications with instructions related to the subheadings. Okay? So 01, let's go to that one really quick just so we get an idea. And so, forms, all the zeros, forms, okay? Okay, and 010000, general requirements. Okay, so more than forms, so telling you how you have to do stuff, more than forms. Okay, documentation, but a little more than that. Giving you instructions, quality requirements. Okay, and so master format is going to tell you how to do stuff, because the architect can't be with you telling you how to do stuff. Okay, so let's just go quickly into 02, and then we'll start with our structural set. All right, so existing conditions. This is where it goes out of just telling you how to do stuff in general terms, and here it's going into telling you how to do stuff in more trade specific terms. And so if you're the demo contractor, most certainly, and I'm just look, the first thing, selective demolition for period structures right here. And so if you're a demo person, your main division in terms of the specifications, you're going to always go to your 02s, because that's you. Okay, and so let's go to our set of plans. And let's make that small. Okay, because what we're going to do here, excuse me, what we're going to do here is on the upper left, there is a magnifying glass where we can put in a term, and then a box will show up in the upper right, and it'll tell us how many times that term has popped up in the set of the master format. And so, yeah, you want to know what all of those divisions are where your scope of work pops up. You want to already, it's almost like your factors, times tables, right? You want to know your times tables. That's why I tell kids, if you don't know your factors, or what we call times tables, by the time you're in the 3rd grade, you can kiss knowing any math goodbye, because all math above third grade focuses on knowing your times tables. And so, yeah, all kids are bad at, and we have tutoring. I have a nonprofit. So if you have a kid with problems in reading, from kinder all the way up to at least the eighth grade at this point, go visit my nonprofit, which is sfjfamilyservices.org. You get to know me a little better. You might not want to know me better, but the goal over there is to not make kids so dumb. Okay? But we do it a little nicer over there. Okay? So, as a contractor, because I have 3 kids, right? And I was a single mom. I was married. Things don't work out. And my kid's not going to be dumb and poor just because I'm a single mom. Okay, sorry, statistics. That's how I roll. Okay, that's why I'm here right now. And my son's an electrical tech. Don't tell me I'm going to be, my kid's going to be in jail or something because of some statistic you made up, because of some system you made up. Nope, sorry. Okay, so yeah, you can learn how to be an expert estimator on your own. Shit. Sorry. All right, here we go. This is actually a good weekend. A niece is getting married. There's a party I can't go to. But they're probably happy I can't go. I'm happy. No, I'm not. I want to go, but when you are self-employed, sometimes some things, I'm going to go to the wedding. Okay? But I can't go to hey, we're getting married. I mean, we do that. Nobody even knows half the time, right? I love my family. All right. All my families. My YouTube family, my blood family, my extended family. Family's everything, especially these days. All right. So you guys are my internet family and you rock ass. Okay. Because I'm getting people are so nice. Some people are not always nice, okay? Because I haven't always been nice, but I've been right, okay? Sometimes you're not nice when you're correct, and that's the last 2 years. Sorry, I'm not nice, but I'm correct, children. So I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. Ugh. Don't be a nice parent, okay? Like my mom. Don't be nice. Now I see why my mom was never nice. Because no, don't be nice to your kids. Just be mean till they're 19. Then they'll want to leave like us, and you never have to worry. And they'll love you because they know you always did the right thing. All right, so what are we doing here? What we are doing, sorry, I love my kids. Boys are always nicer, okay? Maybe I just have a knack for the boy thing, construction, right? But boys are always cooler. Girls are so much drama. I love my daughter, and most of my life has been defending my daughter. Okay? You're not going to know my daughter. So much work. But no, you're not going to mess with my daughter. Sorry. Anyway. All right, so what we got? Do you know what this means? HSS? Hollow structural steel. And I said I was gonna, let's do some other stuff. Let's do it from this screen, because let's show some pictures. Let's see. I should have been ready for that. It's ready somewhere, but it's not ready here. Okay, well, we're going to show pictures in the future to show you kind of what that looks like, because hollow structural steel, those are the dimensions, right? 6 by 6, but then there's nothing in it, right? And then that's the thickness of the steel, 5/8. Okay, so that kind of stuff when it comes to pricing, and we'll always go over pricing, but I don't play. See, kind of like most people, when you start a business, sometimes it's out of necessity. And so I was always taught to get the best tools. And so, yeah, Plan Swift for my making the measurements, because I'm always going to be more accurate than anybody in life. To a cost book, because it's always going to be accurate. based on the zip code of where the project is. So I know how much to price that hollow structural steel at. And then three, I was blessed to meet a general contractor that said, yeah, had me do his estimates for all the trades and say, yeah, this is how I like to see it from the subs. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me make that same type of specialized Excel spreadsheet for the subs. And so, yeah, I have 11 or however many different trades, and then I have one that's for GC that puts everything together. But yeah, I have one just for the structural set. So what do we have there? We have the concrete foundation, right? So what's in our structural set? Concrete foundation, column pads, columns that could be either wood. Typically, if it's an X, it's telling the X's signify wood. Okay. This is HSS. See, it's not an X there, meaning it's hollow structural steel. Hollow, nothing on the inside. And this are the dimensions, 5 by 5 instead of like a 6-inch whatever stud. Well, this is a square, right? It's that same like shape, and then the half is the thickness of it. Okay, so 5 by 5 by whatever. So they call it C4, column 4. And so let's look for in the specifications steel and see what number specifications is steel, because we've got quite a few hollow structural steel. And if we had a set for this set of plans, which we do, it would give us all the dimensions and how and everything, or whatever they thought the architect and structural engineer thought we needed to know about this, installing this. So, and we're going to see the detail, right? It's always going to give you a detail, because what? They're going to give us the plates to attach it to, and the bolts and all that stuff. So that's what that's all about. And then this 9-foot opening, oh, is footing 4. Oh my goodness, that's a pretty big footing. 9, but wait, what? No way. C1 over SF-3 F4. No, there's no way. I guess so, there is a way. These are footings. These are huge footings. 7-foot by 5-foot footing with this on the interior. Column 18. That's that. Oh, that's crazy. See, and the bigger they are, the crazier it is to determine the size, because a common cost book probably won't go any bigger than 3 feet by 3 feet. And then you can extrapolate, right? If you know what 3 feet by 3 feet is, you know, then, well, this is what percentage of that. This is 5 feet by 5 feet. Well, that's 100 plus feet. Or that's 100 plus percent, right? Because 3 feet by 3 feet is 100%. Well, this is above that. So this is 100 and something percent. And so figure out the cost for 100%. And then you can easily figure out the cost for 100 and something percent. You could do it that way. For the columns, that's sometimes how I do that. Because, yeah, the cost book, or you just go by how many cubic yards of concrete that is. Right, 35 square by whatever the thickness is. Then that square cubic feet. Then you can figure out how many cubic yards that is. And then you can price your concrete by the cubic yard. And then concrete, right? And then you have to do the form work. And then you have to do separately the reinforcement. So that's just concrete. Because a cost book will give you the cost of an assembly cost for the formwork, concrete, reinforcement. If it it's within a reasonable size. But normally the cost book will go up 3 feet by 3 feet because industry standards, right, knows already. If it's a 3 foot by 3 foot column base, it typically there's already a set rebar size. Five numbers or three number fives each way, da da da, whatever. Okay, so that's everything's industry standard, right? You don't just make this up. Structural engineers, that's who do. The people who do this stuff. It's not like, oh, from one day to the next. There are standards that apply to certain sizes. That's why we know how the width of the continuous footer should be, because we know how many stories the building is and what the load of the building should be. And so it's going to be that same configuration every time if that building is similar to that configuration. So it's not like rocket science after these many years of building buildings, okay? So we still didn't get to, but that, all you got to do is live long enough, and then you can have really good conversations and tell people about the stuff you know. Shit, excuse my French. Excuse my black French. All right, here we go. So let's look for steel. Okay, open up and just put in steel. STEEL, and it's up already one on me. Oh, gee, there's quite a few places. So there are in the master format now, right? Maybe not necessarily in your particular project. There are 130 locations where we're going to find the word steel. So, reinforcement steel, I'm almost certain that's going to apply to our foundation at some point. Okay, and so down arrow is going to take us to the next place. And remember, this is master format. So it's going to have everything in the standardized boilerplate, basically, form that you would have. And if it does not apply, then they would not have that portion within the specifications for that project. Therefore, there'd be nothing to tell you about it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's go down a couple more spots. Let's open it up. Okay, so 05, that's your reinforcement, that's your steel, that's at least one of your divisions. 050000. Let's see if it takes us anywhere else. Columns, steel column schedule, so that definitely would be a division that would apply to this project because we have that hollow structural steel. And I'm going to put in the word hollow and see where that takes us. But you see all the places. So if steel is your thing, then you should know where to go. All right, let's see. Let me put in the word hollow and see if that takes us anywhere. Yeah, there we go. Hollow metal doors. Hollow metal doors, and we have at least 11 places in the master format. Metal frames. Doors. Hollow core planks, not even related to steel. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, we still got doors and frames. Let's see if we have hollowware, and that was number 11. Okay, and so let's put in concrete. Let's see what we get. How many places and what division that is. Concrete. All right, so 309. Okay, so 03, the main, let's see, that's the main division for concrete. Let's go up. 030000, concrete. Okay, so if you're the concrete person, you need to know your reinforcement steel division, your concrete division. Okay, now there's 309 places, so I mean, every one of these lines has the word concrete. So you're pretty much covered in your 030000. All right, so let's go back to the plans. And let's see, what else do we have? Let's go to, we did, let's see. We did concrete, we did columns, we did steel. Let's get to some framing. All right, post. So we have the post, we have the columns, and we have the posts. So let's see what division. There's some nice stuff here. Yeah, this drives you nuts though. All right, oh, I love this. Okay, so we're going to do some fabricated metals. Oh, that's what we're going to do. We'll look that up. Okay, so the W beams, I beams, C beams, whatever. And so we know that the last digit of that indicates how many pounds per linear foot the beam can hold. And so when you're doing your takeoff, right, you measure how many linear feet you have, and you know how many pounds per linear feet, then you can determine how many pounds that beam is going to cost, or not cost, how many pounds that beam is, because fabricated metals are priced by the pound. Okay, and so that is a gem of a tip, and never forget. Okay, fabricated metals, because these are fabricated, meaning that you order them as you need them based on everything we got going on here. The WCI beams, again, that second digit indicates how many pounds per linear foot the beam can hold. And so you measure how many linear feet in total you have of that particular beam, times it by that second digit. That's how many pounds that beam is. And then we go to the cost book, which we don't have open now, which we will. Fabricated metals are priced by the pound. So that is something that, yeah, you can price fabricated metals. You just need to know how. Okay? And that's how. And so let's look for that one in our thingamabobby. Let's see if we can get fabricated. There we go. Fireproofed steel columns. So let's see. 34 places. Fabricated metal spiral stairs. Shop fabricated structural wood. Shop fabricated wood trusses. Shop structural wood, roof panel assemblies, roofing, wall panel assemblies, auto panel assemblies, storage, fabricated rooms, and all the way, and fabricated engineered structures. Okay, da 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 da. Bridges. Nice. So if you're into bridge building, 320000 is your thing. All right, so let's see if I put metals. Does it make a difference? Yeah. There we go. Fabricated metals is 450000. Okay, so if that's your thing, that's where you look. All right, so, oh, let's put in the word trusses. See how many places that comes up. Uh-oh. Truss. 13. Okay. 2. Okay, cable truss. Ooh, tension rod. That's some deep stuff. right there. Let me tell you. Cold formed metal trusses. That's same as our fabricated trusses. Wood trusses. Heavy timber trusses. Shop fabricated wood. Truss type fixed digester. I don't know what that is. Digester. Oh, too close. All right. Truss. All right. So you see how you need to know how to navigate through your specifications. Very important. We did that. And you know how to interpret that now. And seeing pretty much that's about all in a structural set. This is just a huge, our headers. Let's see if the word header is actually in there. That'd be interesting to see. Header. We know what a header is. Oh. There's no word header in there? Interesting. Let's see. Let's look up the word header here. Let's say window. Oh, maybe I should put the word window header in there. Let's watch something. Not now. Images. That right there. Hey, guy. Not you. See that? That's a header. Okay, so let's put in the word window. Let's see what happens. Window. It doesn't like that. There we go. 35 windows. Let's see if header shows up in any of them. Schedule, window wall, screens, security windows. So 08's your windows, pretty much. Oh, you know what? Headers are called openings. There we go. Openings. There we go. There we go. All right, so what do you think about that? Specifications, very important. What else? I mean, and then that's what it's going to look like, the La Quinta Inn, when we're finished. See if anything else we want to look into. Let's see if the word hairpins are in there. Let's see. That's structural. Hairpins. No, it doesn't like that one. That's not in there. All right, so what are the specifications? Written words that go with our project. It's very, 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 and a whole lot of varies. Important to make sure that you review that. You review it, you make sure you take notes, and this is always what I recommend. You go through the specifications first, take notes, and then you look at the plans, and you never forget what you read in the specifications. And so make sure if you like this, give it a like, subscribe, so people just like you can get this valuable information. So I'll see you next time, and make sure to subscribe, getting even more information, including the master format and a bunch of other good stuff just for you. See you soon.